नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्ताय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति विकास स्वामी नामने। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्ताय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नामने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचार विशेषणाति पाश्चात्य स्थाने। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. So thank you. I don't want to delay everybody, but I wanted to say a few words about His Holiness Harulas Prabhu. So 10 years ago I came to the temple for the first time, and I met with a variety of devotees, Saraswati Mataji and others. And then very shortly I started talking to Harulas Prabhu. And one day we went out on, I think it was a Sankirtan, either downtown Seattle or Redmond. And after that, we were sitting together and having prasadam in the old temple. And I asked him, Prabhu, so you talked about your recent lecture about the goal of life and duty of each individual. So what is my duty? Of course, he did not know me much at that time. And he asked me, what do you do? I said, I am a product manager in a local company. So he said, this temple is your product. Now you manage it. How do you manage it? And then, in a recent visit, maybe 2 years or 3 years ago, His Holiness Rompa Swami Maharaj made one statement. Harulas Prabhu takes people who come to the temple and starts putting diapers on them. Which means he trains from that point. For example, he trained me, I was wearing a leather jacket and I went to him. He said, you are wearing your mother on top of your body. So, teaching, small things, very, very small things. How to dress, how to eat, how to talk. It's almost as if we never had. I was 36 years when I first came to the temple and I felt like I don't know anything. So he started teaching me the basics. Very, very small things, and gradually trained me up to where I am. And recently I accompanied him to Mayapur, which is the world headquarters of the International Society of Krishna Consciousness, which is in West Bengal, along with Nandasutta Prabhu and a few others, Madhava Chandra Prabhu. So I had the opportunity to actually stay in his room to, he allowed me to basically take close association of him. So I would see him, he would wake up at 2:30 in the morning and would immediately take bath and start chanting. I would wake up at 4 or 4:30. And by that time I woke up, most of his rounds were already done. And one day he said, please accept my humble obeisances early in the morning. I was just waking up. And I felt very, ashamed. And also he's teaching me by example, early in the morning paying obeisances, which is a very important thing, especially in a holy dham. So I've seen him in action. He's highly respected in the ISKCON society. So this international leadership meeting that happened, there were probably 400 people. So almost everybody knew him. And it was a very great experience to basically move with him. So Harulas Prabhu, I've had the opportunity to have some late night, book writing sessions. So he is a very prolific author, and I had the opportunity to basically be a typist for him to kind of convert all of those speeches into text. So that you have all seen several of his books, which have been published in the temple over the last 5 or 6 years. So he, at one point, Namrata Prabhu said, Prabhu, why don't you write your own biography? So, we have to do that at some point, to write his biography for the sake of future, just like Ravana Swami who wrote his journey home, and so many Maharajas are coming out with their own books. So I thank everybody here. I thank the Parampara to have given the association of His Holiness Harulas Prabhu here in Seattle. Without him, I don't think I would be here. I would probably be watching TV or drinking, how he trained me is also very interesting. So one day I go to his factory and I talk about stocks and rising prices and this and that. He comes close to me and he says, that is gambling. So one day we were sitting in the old temple outside, and at that point I was eating meat rather. and so he gave some statistics around how meat can kill you, and one day he was giving a lecture in the temple, like, how if you eat Kentucky Fried Chicken, and there is a hell called Kundipaka, there they'll have big vats and they will fry us also there. So that's how I gradually gave up eating meat. So this is a testimonial too on how devotee association can change a life. So my life has been changed, and hopefully some of your lives are also being changed or will be changed. Nobody can escape this because we are eternally associated with Krishna. We are currently turned our attention away from him, but you cannot turn your attention away forever. At some point, you have to come to Krishna. Most of you have already come, and most of you are in the process of coming. Thank you, Harudas Prabhu, for all the wonderful things that you have done. Now I want to say a few words about His Holiness Bhakti-Vikas Swami Maharaj, who I met in 2004. He was here for initiation of some of the other devotees ahead in the line. So His Holiness Bhakti-Vikas Maharaj, as Harudas Prabhu mentioned, it follows Srila Prabhupada's instructions very integrally. He has written several books. One of them is known as My Memories of Srila Prabhupada and Jai Srila Prabhupada, and most recently he published a book which is a seminal book in ISKCON. It's called Bhakti Siddhanta Vaibhava. If you don't have it, I think some of you have it, like Nandasutta Prabhu has it, Madhav Chandra Prabhu, a few of you have it. Just 2 days ago, Harudas Prabhu read something from that book. The 10 principles, Prabhu, the 10 principles for a devotee. So if you don't have the book, borrow the book or buy the book, don't steal the book. But read it. Read it so that you know what those 10 principles for the devotees are. So that book is being appreciated worldwide right now, and for the next 9,600 years of ISKCON's longevity on this planet, we will see that book being, communicating that knowledge to generations to come. His Holiness Bhakti-Vikas Swami Maharaj is very, very strict. He is known for his outspoken statements, and even if somebody deviates 1 inch left or right, immediately he will put the hammer down, and he is not afraid to make statements. He makes statements both in person as well as on the internet, and he's known for that too. So I will not take too much time. I will just relate a recent incident. I met His Holiness Bhakti-Vikas Swami Maharaj in San Jose recently. So he took the time, he took quite a bit of time to speak to me and Padma Devidasi, my wife, and our, not the kids, but both of us, and he basically tried to understand where we were. So one confession, Guru Maharaj, today is, I'm not progressing as fast as you would like me to. In the year 2012 was one of very little progress. I know you want your devotees to take the highest standard. You want them to be serious, become fearless preachers, and take on territories, like Vednarayan Prabhu is now taking on one territory in Tirchandur. He is already starting a temple there. So, thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Are we ready for Aarti? Anybody else would like to say something? Madhav Chandra?
I have some more announcements.
Sure.
I'm just make a small announcement. Hare Krishna.